Hi 305ers, my name is Hannah Lionnessa and I'm so excited to be here with you today to share with you my Primal Embodied Flow practice. This is an embodiment practice, and embodiment practice is anything that allows you to feel fully present and aware of your body so that we can move emotions that might be stuck or lingering in the body through our system. That can mean any kind of emotion, but especially the ones that society, generally speaking, doesn't like us to show, like anger or fear or sadness, but also ones like joy and bliss and pleasure. You'll be able to feel whatever is coming up for you fully, even if you're not totally aware of it till we're mid-practice. That's the whole point. And you'll feel really rinsed out by the end. We do this through 5 key stages. 1, setting the stage. 2, breathing. 3, sounding. 4, moving. And 5, reflecting. Before we begin, I think it's really important that you just be aware that whatever comes up for you, whatever feeling, however it comes up for you, just to be really gentle and loving with yourself, because like anything, this is a practice. So the more that you practice it, the easier it will become to be able to release and let go of any kind of feelings. Now, your body may resist at first, and so what you might notice is that you might start clenching your fists. Maybe you start going into a coughing fit. Maybe you start laughing out of nowhere. Maybe you start crying uncontrollably. Whatever feelings are coming up for you, allow them to come up without any judgment. Let them go. That is the whole purpose of this practice. And on the other side, I guarantee you'll feel nice and rinsed out as soon as it's all over.
Step 1, setting the stage. Make sure you're somewhere safe, quiet, and secluded. If you live in a building with other people, bring a pillow or blanket along with you for the sounding portion of this practice. Lastly, make sure you've brought along some of your favorite music that makes you feel all the feelings. When you're first starting, 20 minutes is a great goal time to begin with. The space should be large enough for you to lie on the ground and move around a little. It also helps if your space is dimly lit to help tap into that magical, sensual energy we're looking to unlock. If it's safe to have a couple candles or some essential oils diffusing nearby, be sure to include whatever elements make you feel relaxed. Step 2, breathing. Start by lying on your back with one hand to your heart and one hand to your low belly, about 3 inches below your navel, with your feet rooted into the earth. Next, take a few moments to ground, noticing your breath in your body without changing it. Once you feel complete with that, it's time to flood the body with oxygen through deep belly breaths. If you're pregnant, go ahead and skip this part and move straight into sounding. Otherwise, begin deeply inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, feeling the hand on your low belly rise and fall like it's resting on an inflating and deflating balloon. Over time, you may start to feel lightheaded because you're filling your brain with so much more oxygen than you're used to. So do your best to stick with it as best as you can, but listen to your body and dial it down a little if it seems like too much. Step 3, sounding. After flooding your body with oxygen for several moments, it's time to make all kinds of vocal sounds. Keep your breath practice going throughout this section, only this time layer onto it by releasing sounds on every exhale through your mouth. Now this can feel like the most uncomfortable part of the practice for many people, so you'll want to play with trying on as many sounds as possible, getting really loud or quiet, practicing strange or animalistic sounds. You want to make sure you're finding a release and getting out of your head. If at first you feel silly, that's okay. Silliness is a feeling. Keep playing with different groans, shouts, barks, purrs, howls even. This is a time to let your voice be heard, because so many times a day we're told to keep quiet or hold our tongues. But no more of that, my love. Let it out. Hey though, if you're feeling a little self-conscious, that's what the pillow's for, so scream into it and let it go. Step 4, moving. After several minutes of breathing and sounding, now it's time to layer in movement. There are 2 positions I recommend starting with: on your knees or on all fours. So long as you keep your breath and sound going and you make space in your body to move, sway, and grind your hips, choose what feels natural to you. The hips are important to focus your movement on because that's where all those stuck emotions love to live. If at any time things feel too intense for you, you can always take a step back to where you need it to be for yourself. However, I do highly recommend you see what could happen if you try to make it through and push to the other side. Step 5, reflecting. After you feel complete with everything you've just released, take some time to reground just as you began. Slowly, as makes sense to you, come back to seeing the room and space around you. Grab some water, a paper, and pen. Journal out what you just experienced. Finding the time to write and reflect upon completing any embodiment ritual is a key component to understanding yourself better and feeling enriched, empowered, and enlightened.
And that's Primal Embodied Flow. I'm so excited to have been part of this journey with you. Comment below if you learned something new, and if you are interested in learning more about embodiment itself, you can always check out my website or Instagram at Hannah Lionnessa. Otherwise, we'll be in touch and can't wait to see you in the studio again soon.